Hi, Sue here from Mystic Matters. Thank you very much for joining me today. If you've been drawn to this particular video, then this is what you need to know. The cards I'm using are the Mythic Tarot, and they're based on Greek mythology. Okay. We're starting off here with the King of Wands. I see him as a marketing person, whether you be male or female. It's like it's time for you to get off the fence, to make your mind up which side that you're gravitating towards, or what you exactly want to do, because you've got good ideas and it's time to tell people about them and not kind of waste your energy and waste your time just sitting there on the fence and not committing to anything. So it is a time to make a commitment. But whatever you commit to, you need to look at it without rose-colored glasses on. It's important to understand exactly what you're committing to, the possibilities, and whether it will meet your needs long term. Because if you don't look at the long term, then you could end up feeling, oh, it hasn't worked out exactly the way I expected it to, and do I cut my losses or, just kind of put up with it? You'll also be getting small rewards for efforts you're making. There'll be a lot of hard work ahead, but you will be getting enough to pay the bills and stuff like that. But possibly, if you don't make the right decision, not as much as you could get, because here we have making decisions, and it's important to make mature decisions because other people are affected by the choices you make. This is not necessarily just about love relationships. It's about decisions within your life where other people are affected. But here's the beginning of new projects, new things. This is very much the Earth Mother. And it's a card about nurturing yourself as well as other people. But it's important also not to overload yourself, not to take on more than you can actually physically handle, because otherwise you end up not doing anything particularly well. And there's a lot of hard work ahead, improving yourself, your project. You need to keep vigilant. But it will be, anything worth having is worth working for. And this isn't a negative, it's just a kind of a lot of work and kind of improving yourself, as I said, your projects and things like that. So as a quick recap here, it's time for you to get off the fence and say, okay, what's my opinions, what my ideas? I need to tell people about these ideas because I think they've got merit. And I've got some choices here with these, what do I, it's about using these ideas to make things better and not to do them kind of half-heartedly. This is why the commitment comes in, because if you're kind of half-hearted, then it's never going to work out the way you expected it to. So be very clear about what you're doing and who you tell your ideas to as well, so that there's no kind of misinformation or confusion about what your part in it's going to be. For instance, you don't want to have a wonderful idea, can give it to the next person and find kind of a person who then takes it on as their own and cuts you out, that kind of thing. So it's important to find out and make sure that you're going to be able to be invested in this, because it's your idea, it's your passion, and when we have a vision or when we have a passion within us, nobody else can do it as well because it's not their passion. They might see money-making opportunities in it and they might be interested in it, but it hasn't come from within them. And this is something that comes from within you. So it's important that you look carefully at what direction you're going to go with it in. because you get small rewards for efforts you're making. There'll be a lot of hard work ahead, but as I said, if you go the wrong path, if you don't look carefully, if you just grab the first opportunity, which isn't necessarily the best one, then you could end up kind of probably getting less than you could have done if you'd held out and done a bit more research. But there's decisions you've got to make, major decisions. Other people are affected by my decisions, so it's important that I make the really right ones. And there's this project here, so it's like I don't feel that this project can be stopped. I think it's important. I don't think it can be stopped, but it can be delayed by you not doing your homework and not kind of researching enough. And it will be a harder choice, because then you'll have to make choices about the decisions you've already made, and then maybe start again. And then you could end up kind of having more work involved in it, especially if you've got to extricate yourself from anything. So you end up overwhelmed. But eventually you will be working hard and improving this and yourself and your project. So it still remains yours, but it's just a warning not to get off track. So do your research early, make sure you know exactly what you're getting into, the people you're getting into it with, what the outcome is likely to be in that situation, and then just go with it, because it could turn out to be really good. But you could shoot yourself in the foot if you don't prepare enough ahead of time. But it all comes up with a commitment to actually do it. All right, I hope that's been of help, and hope to see you again sometime. Bye.